go.
Hey, good morning, fans of the Monday Movie Club. We have 6 fans now, if you count the 5 of us.
Who's number 6?
He said last week, Todd Fuller. He's like, I'm a fan.
Oh, okay.
This week, Mark picked Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, which you can see right there in the background. 2017. I'm Frank Gaffney, with us as always, but not always as Joel. But 3 weeks running, he's Joel.
I'm stuck on Krypton. What can I say?
Goldfoot and Cringer. Cringer was snorkeling just a second ago.
It was snorkeling.
Annie King, where are you?
I'm in my kitchen.
Wow, we've never seen the kitchen before.
Nope.
Nor the glasses.
She was late. And Mark G has the picture up. And actually chose our movie for this week, right?
I did, yes. You just said that.
So, Mark G, why Jumanji? Welcome to the Jungle.
Because it's fun, and that's it. If anybody watches this movie and takes it too seriously, it's a shame. It's a fun romp, and I'll watch this over and over again.
That makes one of you. Okay, here's the plot. 4 teenagers discover an old video game console and are literally drawn into the game's jungle. All right, so I don't know from Jumanji. I saw that first, the Robin Williams one, that was 1995. Yeah, and it was a board game then. And then somehow turns itself into a video game because it's like, hey, it's 2017.
It's magical.
And the blue light came on, and I was already lost. I'm like, what? Now, why does the game want to suck you into it?
It's what it does.
That's
it.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm sure everybody else was going, yes. And I'm like, what? And it did say 21 years later. So the kid, Tim Matheson, is
Kevin Jonas.
Oh, he's Kevin Jonas from the game?
Nick Jonas.
Nick Jonas.
Oh, I don't know who they are.
Get your Jonas Brothers correct.
And I never will.
Was he a connection to the Robin Williams movie?
No.
But other characters
he's referred to in this movie.
Yeah.
Robin Williams is.
Yeah.
His character, yeah.
That's great.
Oh, that's great.
Which spawn is showing us the shirt?
Morgan.
Oh, Morgan. Hi,
She's
Morgan.
going to see the Jonas Brothers 2 nights.
2 more times
in December.
Nice.
She's going both nights.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. And so then we now, in this current day, 2017, we have these 4 kids. It's like a new Breakfast Club, right?
It's
they all get detention.
Club, yes.
They all get detention. And the kid who was Fridge already looked like he was 40 already. And so then they find this old contrivance called the game box, and then they get sucked in. And it had 4 consoles. So contrived. Took 20 minutes to get to the jungle. And we see the rock. And then, wasn't it fun? Aim to see Nigel from
yes, I was like, oh my god, it's Restar Me.
Right. I didn't know his name. I had to look it up.
Well, what else is he in?
Our flag means death.
That's all you need to know.
Oh yeah. It's fun. I seen the commercials for that, and I was like, hey, it's Nigel from
Yes.
And there's so much plot, really. It hurt my brain. I felt like Amy Goldman. What's going on right now? So I guess like a video game, you have to, and this is our second video game in like this month. We had to watch the Super Mario Brothers because I'm an idiot. And then this movie. So there's, so you, like in a game, you have to get levels, and it was kind of cute where they were, just repeating the phrase that was the only phrase that they were allowed to program to say. And the 4 of them are mostly cute. I definitely thought Jack Black had his moments being the girl. It was very cute. Especially when he said, "You're a babe, own it." It's very cute. But was this the movie that started the whole video game movie trend thing? Because now
I
just
don't
this
know.
week was the Five Nights at Freddy's, which I never heard of, did $78 million. I'm like, what the hell is this? And it was a video game.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
Unfortunately, I have heard of it.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I have kids that are of the age that
They play the game.
they had played the game, they knew the game, they wanted to see the movie. We talked about waiting till Malcolm came home to watch it because it's on Peacock. And Malcolm was like, no, I'll take the Peacock information and watch it up here at school. And then Duncan was like, I'm reserving the theater for Halloween. It's like, okay.
How about
Okay, so
Tron?
now
That
What,
from a-
Annie?
What?
How about Tron? Isn't that from a video game?
Well, Tron was actually a fake video game.
Yeah.
But yes, technically it's
then
a
they
video
made
game.
it into a video game.
They made it into a video game. I mean, it's a movie about a video game that didn't exist.
Yep.
That became a video game that did exist after the movie.
Is the same thing
Huh?
for
And
Annie,
they did
Jumanji
a
as
sequel.
well?
Didn't we play Tron at Brothers Pizza?
Yeah.
Yes, but not before the movie came
I
out.
was gonna say after 1985, but whenever it came out, 84 or something. Yeah.
And so is that the same case with Jumanji? Did they make a video game after the game that was a fake
It's
game?
based on a book.
It's a book.
Jumanji is a book.
Yes, it was a book written, I think, in 1991. Then they made a movie out of it, and then I'm sure they made both
Not
video
91.
games and board games out of it,
81.
like they do with everything else.
Yes. And I'm sure if we wait long enough, there will be a musical on Broadway.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Chris Van Allsburg.
Let's start working on it,
No, thank you.
It's already been being worked on, I'm sure.
Yeah.
right? All right. So Kevin Hart, always cute. I think he's funny.
He's a
Dwayne,
little funny.
he's a little funny.
Ah,
Sorry.
Dwayne, he was mostly okay. He
it
didn't
was
quite.
smoldering.
get it.
Smoldering.
Only smoldering.
Yes, the smoldering was cute, but
And landing on his feet almost in the MCU pose every time was great.
Yes, agreed.
and then Karen, whatever her name is,
Yeah,
Gillen.
never heard of it.
what is it?
Karen Gillan.
Yeah, isn't she from Doctor Who?
Yeah, Amy Pond.
Amy
She's
Pond.
also she's Nebula in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Nebula and
Yeah,
Guardians.
she was Amy. Amy and Rory were the best companions. Oh my god, I love them. All right, so
Mark wouldn't know.
and she was cute as the nerdy with the boobs. Very cute. But even at now, you count the 20 minutes and the 10 minutes of credits at the end. Even at an hour and 30 minutes, it just felt too long to me.
It was like
And-
2 hours, wasn't it?
Flowers.
Yeah, it was 2 hours, but you had the 20 minutes of them just getting to the.
Oh,
Johnson.
when they were teenagers. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm discounting that part. Just that middle part where we were in the jungle was too long. There were too many, and then it just just became a video game, right?
No.
So I'm going with 2.5 stars. I watched it. I won't be watching it again. Annie King, is this something that you enjoy? Had you seen it before?
No, I've never seen it. I have the book somewhere in the house. Yeah,
The original book of Jumanji.
yes, the Chris Van Allsburg, because I did a author study on Chris Van Allsburg when I was teaching. So have the book somewhere. Never saw it, never saw the Robin Williams one either. So, this was fun enough. I didn't think anything special of it. I did though, because Mark texted, I did watch the second one right after it. So
Okay.
The second one with Dwayne.
yeah, and not any better or worse than the first one, pretty much.
Couldn't find it for free anywhere.
It's not.
It's on Stars, that's why. So I-
Oh, Annie has stars.
Oh,
No.
I mean, remember when Mark had stars?
Yeah.
No, I need Stars for my Outlander series, but anyway,
Oh, yeah, Outlander, sure.
yeah.
We-
So
we watched it until somebody canceled their stars.
Talk to Danielle.
I don't even know how I have stars, but whatever. I think it's part of my whole package. I don't know.
How big is your package?
Yeah.
Do you like pay like $200 a month?
Something like that, I guess.
I wish I paid 200 a month.
Yeah.
Location, location, location.
So yeah, I thought there were cute parts definitely. And it was fun enough to watch, and I don't need to see it again. I don't think it comes on very often. Does it come on TV very often? I don't think I've ever passed it, scrolling.
When
I think
it first came to wherever Hulu or whatever, when it first came out on video, I think it was out a lot. I would see it, especially on the movie stations, quite a bit. But now, yeah, sure, like anything else, it just kind of fades to the
It's
background.
on now on TBS or whichever one adds like 30 minutes of crap.
That's every station.
Yeah, exactly.
TNT. No.
Yes, how come Hulu always has commercials?
You got to pay for the next tier.
Yeah.
Oh, well, not me. I'll have to tell Myra. that she-
Yes, tell Myra she has to pay for the next
And
tier.
just so everybody knows, almost every streaming service will have a tier with ads at this point. Even
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say Amazon is doing it.
You got to pay extra $3 to get rid of the commercials on Prime.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
So where's your star wattage?
I'll go with a 3. It was fun enough to watch. It's my kind of thing, but really aimed towards, teenage kids, I guess. So
Who gets attention and look for
yes,
content?
I did think like, oh, this is so not the Breakfast Club. You're not.
But you had the nerdy kid, you had the jock, you
Yeah.
had the hot babe, and you had the weirdo babe.
Yeah.
But they were missing one though, weren't there 5 in the
Yeah,
Breakfast Club?
there was no Judd Nelson. Although I guess Nick Jonas would be the
Nick
Judd
Jonas.
Nelson. Yeah.
Nick Jonas is no Judd Nelson.
Oh, he's way cuter.
He's way cuter. All right, Joelle, tell us all about Jumanji, the book. Then we got to Robin Williams.
I can tell you almost nothing. My intention, as always, was to watch the original movie again, and then watch the sequel, and then watch
There
the.
was a sequel to the Robin Williams.
Well, it's not a sequel.
This
It's
is
more,
considered a sequel, isn't it?
it's more of a spin-off than a sequel. It's a sequel to the book, but the
Zathura.
movie is Zathura. It's more of a spin-off movie, directed by Jon Favreau. And I've seen.
Wait a minute. Zathura is the name of it?
Zathura, Zathura.
And that's what Robin Williams?
No,
Oh,
I said it's a spin-off, not a
And that was when?
97, 8, 9, somewhere in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
right around the time of the Robin Williams.
Yeah, it was soon after. And I saw it back then. I saw the original movie a couple of times, but I haven't seen it in years. I saw Zathura once when it came out on video. I haven't seen it in years. The week got away from me. Yesterday, I was going to sit down and start watching at least the original Jumanji, and then this one. And then there was a miscommunication between Natasha and I, so we just wound up watching this one. So, but I think we're actually.
Had you seen this one before?
I had seen this one before she had not.
Right.
So, and
Well, let's hear what Natasha had to say.
she's not here. She's at work.
Did
But she enjoyed
comment?
it. She enjoyed it.
She enjoyed it.
Yeah, I couldn't give you a star number for her. If probably 3.25 ish, maybe. Oh, we enjoyed it. It's a fun movie. It's I've seen it before. At some point, I'd probably see it again. It's not one of those. Ugh, I never want to watch this again. It's certainly enjoyable, as you said. Or Annie said it's made for teenagers, but most likely teenage boys. And Mark and I do fall into that category of technically still being teenage boys.
And I think it's also for fans of the original movie, which I am. So to me, so I could still relate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just, to me, it's just a lot of fun. You kind of, check your brain at the door, and you just sit back, relax, and enjoy 2 hours. I don't mind that it takes 20 minutes for things to get set up in this movie. It didn't bother me at all. Every movie needs some sort of setup. Could it have been shorter? Probably. Could have been longer too. The thing that really gets the film moving and keeps it engaging is obviously this very engaging cast of
Yes.
4 actors who work really well together. They're obviously having fun making the movie. You can kind of tell that. And again, it's just fun.
Yeah, for me, it was definitely the 4 of them that made it fun to watch.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You know,
And are they all 4 in the sequel to this? Is there a sequel to this?
there is a sequel to this, Jumanji: The Next Level, which Natasha and I are planning on watching tonight, just to get it out of the
And
way.
the 4 of them are in it too?
The 4 of them are in it, along with the additions of Aquafina, Danny Glover, and Danny DeVito.
Yes.
If only I had stars.
I may be able to help you, Amy. We'll talk afterwards.
How,
Anyway,
wait a minute. So then I want to know too, why when we saw what's his name? Matheson the first time and the house was all dilapidated, and then when we after the game is all and they're out of the game,
you
then the
watch
house
you watch Doctor Who, and you've been watching Loki. You know how time travel works.
Oh, so they really were time traveling?
Well, Nick Jonas, when the game returned him to his life, it returned him to where he jumped into the game. So that was back in
Oh,
19.
back
Yeah,
right, 20 years ago.
right.
So he never went missing. The parents never gave up hope.
Right. So the
Wow.
house didn't become dilapidated. He got
Because
married.
I thought in the game they say to him, "You've been here 20 years." I thought he had moved along and he was going to come back to the present day as Joe
Right.
Jonas.
That's what
He
everybody
only-
thought. But
He only thought he was there a couple of months.
yeah,
And so that's why I thought he was going to be young, but 20 years
Did
passed.
everybody at least enjoy that part with Cindy Crawford?
Oh
I think
yeah, she's
saying it's fly and
she
everything.
must
I
be
think that was-
50 by now. That was great.
Yeah.
So Frank, you didn't get it when they saw the guy carrying the baby that was Nick Jonas's character 20 years
Oh
later.
yeah, no, I understood that, but I was just wondering why he wasn't old, why he wasn't still young.
because he went back to where he got into the game and then lived his
And they
life
put
out
him back
And
there.
turned into Colin Hanks.
Yeah.
Yes.
as we
Yeah.
all should.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, I hope I didn't get that much uglier than when I was 20.
Oh, I thought he looked good.
He didn't look like Nick Jonas.
Oh,
No.
well, first of all, Nick Jonas was an avatar in the video
Yes.
game. He wasn't actually Colin.
Oh, I see.
Colin Hanks.
So we didn't.
The other teenage kid at
Right,
the beginning of the
right.
movie that got
Ah.
sucked into the game is what turned into Colin Hanks.
Exactly.
And by that
Oh.
point, you don't remember what the fuck he looks like anyway. So
Exactly.
Did we see him?
No, we didn't.
Yes,
see
the
him.
opening of the movie
very
was him
opening-
playing.
Oh yeah. The kid.
Him for like
Because
a
nobody
minute.
plays board games anymore.
Right.
Right.
That was a young Colin Hanks.
Was it his son or somebody playing?
Oh, I have no idea who it was. It was probably some no-name nobody who's nothing now. Wow.
Hey, Joel.
Wow.
That is
He
harsh.
was in a movie, were you?
And he has
Piece of shit.
parents and people who love him.
And I'm
So
sure
proud of him getting this movie job.
he's a very
Died
nice person.
tragically.
I just I didn't sleep. Let's just leave it at that and move on.
Right.
3
He was-
1/4 stars.
Joel stayed up all night wondering when he was going to turn the clocks back.
2
If,
a.m.
if only that's the reason.
I love how Amy just assumed I was going to her next.
Well, who else is left? Mark has to go last.
All right, so Aim, you saw the Robin Williams version, right?
I saw the Robin Williams version in the theater, and I don't know if I'd ever heard of Jumanji then, but I remember really enjoying it, so I did watch it yesterday, and I still enjoyed it. I give it 3 1/4 stars.
And
And-
now seeing this kind of semi-sequel.
Well, I had seen this in the theater too, for some
Oh,
reason.
okay.
Maybe it was because of the cast. I don't know. Maybe it was because I wanted to see the difference. Maybe I just went with someone who wanted to see it. And I'm very surprised I didn't see the sequel. And I remember loving both movies in the theater. I don't think I had seen either one since until yesterday. The only time I thought it was slow was when they blipped back. And it was like, oh, come on, let's see Colin Hanks already. Let's move on with that. Was like, why is this taking forever? But other than that, I really enjoyed the movie. Mark, I'm sorry you have all these losers around us.
Whoa,
They
whoa,
had-
whoa, wait a second. I gave it 3.25 stars.
Eh,
That it was fun, and I gave it 3.25 stars. How does that make me a loser?
You can give anything 3.25 stars. 3.25 stars is easy. You throw that like a mere bag of shells. I just thought it was so much fun. I had a huge smile. Oh no, I'm talking too loud.
Leave it because you called me a loser.
Guess so. I just, like I said, big smile on my face. There are a couple of times I actually made a laughing noise, like, which meant it was really funny. I can't remember what it was, but something was really good. But anyway, there's nothing more to say. Mark, I'm going to give this 3.75 stars.
wow.
I love this movie. I love it. I could absolutely watch it again right now.
I'm with you on that. Cool. That's great.
Did you watch Zurathura?
No, I never heard of that one.
Or the sequel?
Right. Yeah.
You should
Zora
make-
is the sequel.
watch them.
Yeah.
No, the
Next
sequel to this
level.
Oh,
new,
this one,
the
the next
new,
level.
what is it? The
Well,
new level?
the next level.
Next level. Because you level up in a game, but I can't watch it because I don't have stars.
So you never have. So you've never seen the sequel then?
No.
I was going to help you out, but now I'm not.
Can we
But now
please
that you-
time travel, Joel? I'm so sorry. 3.25 stars is
No,
huge.
no. Too late. Too late.
Mark.
Yes. I
So-
guess I'll start by saying that a year before this came out, a movie called Central Intelligence came out that had The Rock and Kevin Hart.
Oh yeah.
Very
And I
cute.
remember that 2016. I left my job. It was the year of Mark. I didn't work, so I had plenty of time on my hands. And I remember watching the trailer, and I told Danielle, I was like, "It looks fantastic. We have to go see this." And we went to go see it. It is one of my more recent favorite movies. And I didn't put it on the list because if you guys didn't like it, I would have wanted to murder. And so I put this one on instead because that's like has a special place in my heart.
That's
And
never
two of
stopped
them.
me.
Say again.
That hasn't stopped me.
I know. But I love that, Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart have a real good chemistry together. And it's very apparent in that movie, and it carried over to this movie as well as the rest of the cast and everything. So, especially Jack Black. That's why I put this on here. Hold on, let me go to my notes
Oh
now.
my God. When Kevin Hart flipped into Jumanji, and he said, "I'm missing the top 2 feet."
There are so many good lines. They're just throwaway lines
Yeah.
that are just hilarious.
Yeah.
For me, I enjoyed the homage it paid to the original with the drums and with what's it called? Nick Jonas, right? Whatever his name is. Seaplane. He says something like, "Alan Parrish built this house. We're just living in it," or whatever. And I thought that was a nice line to Robin
That
Williams.
was Robin Williams' name.
Yes, that was his character, and it's basically saying Robin Williams built this franchise. At least that's the way I took it. So I
And
like
it's the same house.
No. It was in the jungle. So in the original Jumanji with Robin Williams, he goes into the jungle for 26 years, and then he actually ages, which doesn't. Well, it does make sense at the end of the day, but he comes back out of the game into real life, and he talks about the jungle, but you never see it, which is why they made this one Welcome to the Jungle. So you're actually in the game versus where he was. So point is that he built. It's obvious that the place that Seaplane is living is where Alan Parrish was living when he was in the game that you never saw from the original movie.
Ah.
That makes sense.
I just
Look at it.
one quick thing I remember that with the sequel to this, the next level, I do know that BB Newirth returns playing the character she played in the original movie. So
Oh wow.
Yes, I didn't want to say that, but yeah, it is fantastic. She's the aunt who's basically the parents of a young Kirsten Dunst and the other little boy in the movie. And yeah, she comes back at the end. It's a great tie-in, and the two Dannys, Glover and DeVito, they're kind of comic relief. But if you haven't, again, for Amy especially, and Frank, if you probably don't want to see it, but the way that they're represented in Jumanji, played by Kevin Hart and The Rock, it is ridiculous and hilarious. So if you're into it, I recommend it.
Well, let me just say this about that. I didn't say I didn't like the movie.
You seem
you
pretty
made
bad.
several comments saying, "I'm never going to watch this again."
My 2.5 is Joel's 3.25.
No, 2.5 is bad.
Yeah,
No, it's like it was fine. I had some laughs.
but I'm never going to watch it again.
Never gonna watch again. Never gonna recommend it to anybody. But
The only reason I don't have one of Annie's and my, excuse me for digressing, favorite movies of Love at First Bite is because I made you watch it a few years ago, and you're like, "Oh, this movie's so stupid, it's terrible," and then you gave it 2.5 stars.
again, it had some laughs. I would never watch it again.
Well, maybe
That's
I'm putting it
2.5.
on the list for me and Annie next year.
But I love that movie. Put
And
it
I
on
won't
my
watch
list.
Best movie.
I'll just take
Andy
out
and I
my review
know
from
every
2
line.
years.
We should all add it to our list and then watch it 4 times.
It's a very different thing when you're watching it at 12 years old as
Nope, I still
opposed to
love it.
watching it at 62.
Still love it.
I love the opening of that movie. Now take your aristocratic shit and get out.
Yeah. And Children of the Night.
Shut
Shut
up.
up. Love it.
Yeah, I do have to watch it because I remember watching that as a kid, but I have no memory of it.
Fabulous.
Anywho,
Anywho, for me, I actually agree that the when I finally saw this in the theater, I remember thinking, oh God, the first 20 minutes with the exposition, it was a little bit too long for me. And then even when they got into the jungle, I was like, wow, all the good parts were in the trailer. And then Jack Black and the penis joke started, and I was like, oh, okay, here it is. And it was from that moment on. I remember thinking in the theater, it was just go, 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 and it was fantastic.
wait, who directed this? Was it Jake Kasdan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? For me, I love the character development, like you said, the cast itself. I mean, you get it. You know, you even care about the kids. You care about the characters, and at the end, when Colin Hanks named his daughter Bethany, it's a little bit, for me, I love it. It works. Even the Jonas Brother was great. And 2 words, dance fighting. I mean, come on, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
And yeah, for me, it was just this could have been in today's age where they kind of do all these reboots and retakes and whatever, and they throw famous people in it. It could have been a shitty, lackluster script, and for me, this was so much smarter than it could have been and should have been, just by making the game advance too. Like you talked about, Frankie, you didn't get it, but for me, going from a board game to like a Nintendo type of thing, it's showing the advancement, and I loved how they had the 3 stripes on their wrist,
Yeah.
and with the lives. It really, and I'm not a gamer. This is not for me. I don't game. I have a PS2 from 2000 that I play once a year. But even I get it. It worked for me.
Yeah, that was very cute when they flew out and then flew back in. Very cute.
I read something very interesting, speaking of gaming, in the trivia, and I was like, oh yeah, because I'm not a gamer either, but of course I played my Nintendo. They said in a real movie, all of the bad guys would just attack you at once, and in this movie, it was like one bad guy would attack you at a time, because in a video game, that's what happened. You don't just get overwhelmed; you get attacked one character at a time. I love
And
that.
that was like in the marketplace when The Rock is throwing them all around. That was, yeah, exactly.
And you wouldn't
come
really
on.
realize that.
How many movies have we seen where they just take turns attacking?
Most movies.
It's not, it's not unique to this game.
The last I'll say is just that the one line out of all the lines. You don't get in the water with a backpack. I mean, that Kevin Hart says that in the beginning. It's just the way he says it. It's fantastic.
Yeah. He was so proud of being the backpack owner.
Yeah,
and when
exactly.
he ate the cake and exploded, what the fuck?
And when he taps his chest and he shows all of his weaknesses, and I mean, it's just great. His face is, yeah, this is my life now. So for me, it's 3.5 stars actually. So Amy, you actually beat me in the starage. But I'll give the second one also. Amy, you got to watch the sequel because you will enjoy it as much as this one. It is a continuation, and it's fantastic.
Cool.
They are making a 3rd. So.
Get out.
Ooh.
With the same cast?
They're not, same
Like
cast, same everything. They're not currently making it. They are working on.
Okay.
It's going to be the even next level.
Right. I would assume they'd probably call it Game Over because the intention is to be the last.
Wait, is that what it normally says? Game over?
Yeah.
End of a game, yeah.
You died the 3rd time.
Yeah.
Makes sense. And also for anyone out there who like this or whatever, yeah, definitely Central Intelligence. If you haven't seen it, Frank,
A fun
you
movie.
probably want to skip it, but everyone else.
Oh, no, I saw Central Intelligence. I thought they were very cute together.
Okay.
I thought I really should see this movie. I don't know why I never did. I think I was afraid it would just be nonstop jokes about him versus him.
Oh, in
Yeah.
Central Intelligence?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's actually
Get
it's
old.
just if you like this, you will enjoy that movie. It is much smarter than you
My
might think.
favorite part of the movie, though, was the tagline on the poster. All you need is a big Johnson and a little heart.
That's
That's
great.
great. Yeah.
That's great.
I just want to add one quick thing. I because I sent it to you guys.
Well, you never have anything quick.
I know.
Oh yeah, Joel, I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, it's a Simpsons reference. This one of my
Oh,
favorite.
that.
Yeah, one of my favorite jokes in The Simpsons is is based on this movie when they're running from the animals that escaped from the zoo, and Homer's like, "I know how to solve this.
Yeah.
Jumanji.
Jumanji.
Why does nothing from the movies work?"
No, Frank, you had sent us something you wanted us to watch, but it was late yesterday when I saw it.
It was it was the three of them on the junket.
Hold on,
And
the three of them are Jack Black, The Rock, and Kevin Hart.
right. And the interviewer asked a question and Jack Black answered as Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, okay. I'll watch it now.
And then Kevin Hart answered as Jack Black, and then Dwayne answered as who did he answer as?
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
And Joel was
was
right. Kevin Hart did it the worst, I thought.
Yeah,
But
like
Jack
him.
Black and Dwayne Johnson were good.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
All right, so here we are. Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle is on Hulu. It's a quasi sequel to Jumanji with Robin Williams and Zafar Rasla. What was it called?
Dora.
Zathora is an offshoot, and the next level. Like, it's a whole thing. Next week, we're visiting the MTVU.
It's still the MCU.
MTU, you always called it.
It's not cinema, it's TV.
It's
MTU.
not. It's streaming. It's still cinema. Who cares?
MSU.
MF.
F you.
MSU too. When we're gonna discuss Loki season 2. You know how I love time travel. Multiverses, time travel. Have we watched any of it yet? Joel, you're probably done.
Just one.
I am not done because the last episode airs on Wednesday. So no, Thursday. So
Hi.
yeah.
It's gonna be right down to the wire.
It is. But I actually rewatched we rewatched Quantumania last night, not because of Loki, but it just reminded me of a lot of things. So anyway.
Sure.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. If you're still watching us,
I still care.
if you still care. I'm Frank Gaffney. Go watch a movie or a series on Disney Plus.
And also with you, and you. Jumanji.